going on an adventure. Come on, chat, let's go. My name is Tyrex, and I love fucking dinosaurs.
Welcome to the fucking show.
If you ever come into this stream, expect to be naked and afraid. Does my makeup look okay?
Is this what the guys in the pool hot tub category want? Arp!
I'm an astronaut. I like ass. Hashtag daddy issues. For 3 small payments of $39.99, you too can have daddy issues. Daddy, sorry. 10 out of 10 would recommend dad bods.
Doesn't even go here!
Chat, would you say I'm fun? Tell me I'm fun. Chat, tell me I'm fun. Am I fun? Am I fun? Am I fun?
This is totally normal.
The food. Angles.
My brain's like a goldfish, you know this.
I flourished.
Jupiter's close to Earth, and so I am going to Uranus. The second I think about putting it in my mouth, I want to vomit. That's what she said. Also, that's what I'm saying about hot dogs here, because I don't give a fuck. Merry fucking Christmas!
Let US love you.
No! Feel different! This is my swamp! Ooh, what's that? Welcome back, bitch! And I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want in my swamp. I'll dance on your grave, like this. Don't get distracted by the booty. Stop looking at my butt. Will this fix your depression?
Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
I have shoes on indoors. Why? Because I'm neurodivergent and I don't get shit done unless I have my shoes on. I have not liked who I am for one moment of this 30-year existence. Hey, my eyes are right here. How do you think this is pronounced? Because I pronounce it back and nutty. I'm being showered with biddies. I wish it was titties. No, I'm just kidding. But I kinda do wish it was titties. I'll be showing them off all the time. Woo! How's your Wednesday going? You should sleep naked if you want. Here I stand, naked as fuck in the day, and your balls rage on. The cold never bothered them anyway. I hope your Wednesday's going good. I hear a heartbeat. Oh shit! Ah! I'm gonna go now. Mom! Stepmom, what are you doing? You guys want to see my reenactment of being in the club? Then somebody goes, Ty, get on the dance floor. And I go, I gotta pee.
Say no to that. Not today, Satan.
Come on, bitch. The stairs. He's on the stairs. Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this. Chrissy, wake up. Hey guys, I have a question. You want to play mermaids? If I just yell profanities of it, you're such a fucking bitch. And that, chat, is how you get what you want. Hold on. A hot dog is a taco.
Let's play mermaid.
Okay, let's play mermaids. Come on, guys. Okay, guys, I have to poop. Also, don't look at my hairy armpits. I am a mammal, and I grow hair in my armpits, okay? I try to shave it off, but sometimes I forget. We're not just Gandalf. We're sexy Gandalf. Double chin just kills me. Just
Look, this is my best impression of Ty.
this is the face of a shameless pooper. This poopy face. Poop and poop and poop. You can't twerk to Ohio is for lovers. What do you say about this?
Damn insane number
What do you think about
2.
this? Wow! Honey, smash or pass Pikachu?
Pass. Pikachu's a homie.
You can't smash your homies?
What?
Mom? I need some alone time, Mom! Ah! That was not funny. The mods get just the tip. Yes, the mods will get the tip. They're making it weird. Just the tip to see if Mom, I'm trying. Mom, you need to leave stream. I love you so much. Mom, please don't listen to stream anymore. Just mute me. You can't invent the wheel if your dick's out.
Dance has been drinking this year. He's been watching you while you sleep. Drink your Cokes and shut up.
Ah, get off my dick, you naked piece of fuck. Why are their lights turning red? Oh, shit! Oh! Let's try to make a walrus noise. I can't tell the difference. He's man-spreading. Let's get it. Let's go take a closer look.
Fuck yeah, bitch. Sure. Hands in the air.
Oh! Fuck! I only could make a deal with God.
And if I only could, I'll make a deal with God.
Called demonologist. Ooh, a glass.
What the fuck? Come into my spider web. Come into my spider web. Nom, 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 nom.
Festus Crex. Festus Crex and Tyrex sitting on the decks, eating checks and cooking Tex-Mex while we're having sex.
Cindy, the bathtub's leaking.
Cindy, the TV's leaking.
Cindy!
I'm a genie in a bottle. You gotta rub me the right way.
Adore you, but wrong go. Shit. 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 Uh-oh.
Oh, it's a child!
Right. Okay, let's see if the fog will work, guys.
Bro, shut up! Shut the fuck up! I am a god!
I learned nothing.
Oh god! Oh shit! Stop! Stop! This is gonna be bad. No! No!
I start to get in my head, and then my palms get sweaty, and then my knees get weak, and then my arms are heavy, and then there's vomit on my sweater already. It's mom's spaghetti. Hi, Mr. Brightside. Chill, motherfuckers! Get on the fucking train or I'm gonna whoop your fucking ass!
No!
Use your imagination.
Are you a fun guy? Okay, I'm gonna give it my best ooh-woo. Can we get an ooh-woo from Viz? Ooh-woo! Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the 7 cheese. Everybody's looking for cheeses. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to be abused. Die, bitch, die. I just don't want my horse to die. Oh, fuck. I'm definitely gonna fall off a cliff. This is not gonna go well. Look it. I could do all sorts of things here. Yes. Yes. Caramel.
On the tip! Oh, yes!
Oh, it's beautiful. Hi, baby. Is it gonna die? Uh-oh. No! My tail, it did look flaccid for a second, but I know how to fix that. The best part of waking up is breakfast after a nut.
I'm a witch!
Can I get a...
Oh, yeah?
Do you remember, chat, if it lasts longer than 4 hours, you should call a doctor. Okay? Hi, guys. How are you, princesses? Whoa. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Your girl is nervous. I don't get nervous to stream very often anymore, but here I am, nervous as fuck. I'm very scared. Hi, Coney. I know. You cannot have my food. I actually need to eat that. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you. Hang on, I can't hear my music for shit. Can you guys hear it? Anyway, hello, princesses. I'm very excited to be here. This is gonna be, chat doesn't bite mostly. I don't believe that. We all bite. Hang on, I'm posting on Instagram real quick. In the meantime, stay present or I'm not gonna hear your chat, okay? If you guys are like, Ty, why are you nervous? This seems like just a stream. It's because I'm doing my first ever Thai Talk / Medical Monday, and it's something I've never done before. It's something I've been very nervous to do. I'm not gonna lie. Viz handed me, I'm not gonna cry, but Viz handed me this, and it's just a different life. So it's something that I'm really proud of, that I accomplished. Come on, guys. Thank you, Animal Liver. Something I'm really proud of, and I'm really excited to be able to share that with you guys, but it does come with just like a lot of emotion. So anyway, what is it? It's my doctor badge. I wore this in the hospital. I couldn't like put my official badge in there. God damn it, I just put my makeup on. I'm just like, it's just like coming out of me. But I can't share my real badge because it'll just dox the fuck out of me. But yeah, he handed that to me and it brought like a whole wave of things. It's med advice cryptid, but I don't know why it isn't working. Like maybe I spelled it wrong. I don't know why it's not working. Anyway, I didn't mean to start stream by crying. It was just a time. Anyway, I'm gonna get my shit together. Where are my commands? Yeah, it's ! med advice. It's this. It's literally this. Hang on. Thank you, chill. But it's not working. Hang on, let me toggle it on and off. Oh, it's because we have as a tag. That's why. Let me do this. Because you have to tag a person. Why you quiet? Viz handed me my doctor badge and it just brought like a lot of emotion that I wasn't expecting. So I don't know why. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna make a new command, and just put, medical advice, and then do this. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh my God. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna go clean my face up and I'll be right back. And then I'll say hi to everybody. My God. Just needed a little tissue. Just need a little tissue. I'm not gonna be all depressing today. I was actually really excited to do this. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of hard to look at, you know what I mean? Like it's something I'm really proud of, but man, sometimes things don't work out the way you planned. Let me see. I think that some of my alerts are borked too. Hopefully the hype train alert didn't go off. We're not on a hype train, are we? Oh, we are. What the hell? Hang on. Let me see if I fucked something up. Sorry, guys. Hype train. I think I messed something up. Okay, well, thanks for the hype train. I didn't see it. Anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. Okay, hello, princesses. Hi, Froze. Hi, Ghost. Hi, Dopamine. Hi, Mama Six. Hi, Big Hoss. Hi, Kurz. Hi, Canada. Hi, Nachos. Hi, Votto. Hi, Ben. Hi, Oboro. Hello, everyone. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be good. Man, I was not expecting that. Hi, Slinky. Hi, Werewolf. Hi, Starshee. Hi, Cripid. Hi, JTech. Hi, Oboro. Hi, Reagan. JTech, do you have a good stream? Thank you, Six, for the freaking like 3 years. Animal Liver, thank you so much for the subby. Sarshi, hi Brad, hi Croc, hi dude. Croc, are you still in India? I'm ready here to listen. So I did something like a little different than what I was originally gonna plan. So like I had this like I didn't know how to do this, to be honest. Like I went into this presentation, I was working on it all day. And then Viz popped into VC. I just spilled. Viz popped into VC and he's like, okay, so hi. I love this and I love you. However, this is very technical. He's like, I think that we could maybe dumb it down a little bit so that the normal person, he's like, so I could understand it. And I was like, oh. But hi, Dreadnought. Hi, Quiet Drone. Hello, lady. Hi, Mama Six. Hello, J-Tech. So yeah, you could do exclamation point medical advice now, but you could do med advice and tag like a specific person if they're asking. You were a doctor? No, I am a doctor. The degree doesn't go away. But Taz, my day's going well. I was just like doing a bunch of work and getting ready for this. I'm really excited for it. But I'm also really nervous. Hi, Zach. Hi, Delyn. It was a big part of your life. Yeah. I can't even think about it. Thank you, Matt. Thank you. Yes, please get your tickets out. Kona's like, why you cry, Mom? Why you cry, huh? Can I have somebody redeem a trick for treats? Would you like a treat? Yeah? We'll give you the last treats that Pupper sent you. Pupper sent you these. Okay, there you go. Anyway, hi Lion. Hello Sticks. Hi everyone. Guys, I'm like sweaty. I shouldn't have worn gray today. Hi Wolfen. Hi Croc. I got back. Oh, you got back yesterday afternoon. How's the jet lag? Hi Slinky, hi Big Hoss, hi Azrael. Guys, if I miss your hello, please say hello again. I love that you I put so much prep into it. It's kind of insane. I hope it's something that you enjoy. I'm here for the dog, me too, honestly. I don't know who isn't here for the dogs or for Viz. I think we cover most of the viewer base with those two. Anyway, so yeah, watch everyone redeem and make you have her like no, I only could do like one. Hi Mama Six. It's so good to see you. Wait, I saw that you sent a message earlier. Hi T. I know. Thanks T. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follow, by the way. In the words of the military, dumb this shit down Barty style. I tried to make it like understandable, and so I'm gonna be taking you guys on a quest. We're gonna be going on a little D&D gamer quest, okay? We're gonna go to a dungeon and we're gonna have like 5 phases that take us into this dungeon, okay? And or not 5 phases, 4 phases that take us into this dungeon. And I have all these little analogies. Thank you guys for the hype train, by the way. All these little analogies and stuff like that. It's all for women's the dungeon is essentially women's hormonal cycles. Men, you'll see, you'll learn about your hormonal cycles too, but I'm just gonna say, I wish I was one of you. Anyway, hi George, it's good to see you. Hi Ash, what's up? Hi Casey. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope that you're doing okay. I hope that you're able to find a new job really quickly. I love my tie-eye shaker. Let's go werewolf. I came for the awesomeness. Thank you. I'm EP, so if I disappear, yeah, dude, please like listen to your body. Hi George. Ty's taking us into a dungeon where she keeps the mod 100% where I keep the mods. So yeah, it'll be like a little adventure. Can we get injured? Yes, you actually can, especially if you say the wrong thing in the wrong quest. Okay, if you say the wrong thing at the wrong quest, I can't confirm or deny if you will get stabbed. I've got exciting news. So far, I'm moderating 3 panels for DragonCon. Let's go, T! Congratulations, that's amazing. Ty Tangent, Ty Rant, just another stream, Ty. Okay, it's gonna be good. It's a Ty talk. Instead of a TED Talk, it's going to be a Thai Talk. Hi Deep Fried. Hi Roy. Thank you for the happy late birthday. Oh, I need to get rid of that channel point thing. Guys, if you want to redeem the happy birthday channel point, it's your last time to do so. I'm taking it away. It's going away. Where is it? It's gone. It's gone forever. What do? We get, it's a good Thai Talk. I'm going to be talking about hormone cycles because a lot of the ladies and gents, everyone honestly was like, hey, I would love to get more familiar with like not only my body, but like, some people have daughters, some people, have spouses who are women and femme presenting. And so it's just like a good educational thing. And you'll learn some about a man's body too. And all the hormones that go on there. But yeah, thank you, Roy. Hi, Reagan. My body said Doritos today, so I'm here eating. Oh, dude, I want some Doritos. Actually, hang on. I need to eat my nudes. Hi, Kraz. Dragon D's Con, exactly. Hi, Sick. What's up? How you doing? No, you missed it. What'd you miss? Oh, the happy birthday. Is there a build your own taco buffet? That'd get me to go anywhere. There is. So yeah, Mrs. F. I thought it'd be a really good educational thing. Hi Mo. Hormone cycles do go crazy. And I know I had a lot of women in chat who would love to learn about their own bodies, and I think it'd be like a really empowering thing. And it also, I'll give you guys a whole spiel. It also hopefully empowers you to like ask questions. It's not very often, I don't think, that you're able to like ask a doctor like any question, like have them, be able to like have the time to answer them in like a really thorough way. So I hope that this just empowers people to know more about their body and be able to ask questions and just feel more comfortable with kind of like having that knowledge, because knowledge is power, in my opinion. DJ, thank you for that 26 months. Tier 3.
Pants on.
Put them pants on. What's the difference between ovulation and a period? Oh, we're gonna get into it. Let me get a bite. I got you, Weck. Here comes the choo-choo. Just kidding. It's all mine. Hi, Lefty. Hi, Lexington. Wait, Whack, you're sick? Great, now we're all gonna get sick. Hi, Lauren. I'm currently on birth control for because this periods of birth control makes me feel really tired. I will be explaining why. I didn't go so much into birth control, but we can certainly talk about that. And certain brands too, of birth control, because like IUDs are one thing. That's one thing that I didn't put in the presentation. But after the presentation, the way that birth control works is gonna make a lot more sense. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited. I just hope that people get the benefit out of it that I'm hoping. And if your guys' eyes glass over, just like give me the feedback, but just be really nice to me. I tried to make it really engaging and like gamer centric. So again, we're going to a dungeon. We're going to do a boss fight. Welcome to follow. What about perimenopause? We can certainly talk about that. I did not put that in there. I just went over cycles, but again, once we like understand more so on the hormones, we can talk about some of this stuff, and I think it'll be really good. My face is my birth control? Lexington. Oh my God. Oh wait, Nachos want to see Ty-Nye. Guys, Lion, it's not my fault. Ty-Nye, the science guy. Ty-Nye, the science guy. Ty. Science rules. We get an uru from Viz. Ty-Nye, the science guy. Christmas tree. Raw dog me. Ty. Ty-Nye, the science. Ty-Nye, the science guy. Anyway. Yeah, we're gonna make sense of a lot of things. And so if you have wives, daughters, individuals who were assigned female at birth, all of that. And also, if you're a man, you're going to learn a little bit about your testosterones, okay? And also the fact that you don't just have testosterone, okay? You're going to learn today, bitches. Hi, Radler. Hi, CJ. Hi, Lauren. Wait, Sick, is she like freshly post-op? Hi, Dragon Slayer. Hi, CJ. Hello, lady. Everyone's sick right now. I feel so bad. But yeah, Explain My Cats on TikTok told me about ovulation. Let's go. I was promised blonde tie. You'll see blonde tie. You will. She's featured in the PowerPoint. Couple years ago. Oh, okay. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. I'm a little snotty. Sorry, guys. I cried a little bit. Hello, Rez. Welcome in. Hi, Moon Moo. How was your stream? How did it go? I did. I made a PowerPoint. Yeah. And like, I hope it's good. Moon Moo, welcome in. How was your stream? Hi, Atomic. Hi, Rez. I know I'm a little snotty. Oh, wait. No, you think I'm down to earth? Okay, that's a big compliment. Froze, give me a tier. What's up? Let's go. What's up, Dan? Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy the emotes. Moon Moo, thank you for being here. Thank you guys for the follows. Welcome in, guys. My name's Tyrex. I go by Ty. I am doing a very special first time segment so I'm a physician. I'm a doctor. And I walked away from medicine in 2022 for my mental health. I was trained to be a surgeon, so I was in surgical residency, if you're familiar with medical training. And I what's it called? I have not done one of these yet. Like I kind of just randomly dump medical information on chats at certain points. And like, we did kind of like a pseudo medical Monday a little while back, and everyone was like, I really like this. And so we're going to be talking about hormone cycles today in men and women. And these are individuals assigned male and female at birth. And so each individual, there's always outlier data, and your anatomy and physiology is unique to you. But I hope it's educational, and it's something that I hold dear and dear. My husband dropped this off. This was my badge tag. I can't show you guys my official badge, but this was my badge tag, from, when I was practicing. And I had a little breakdown about it before stream because it's well used, and, I can't show you my real one because they'll dox the fuck out of me. But yeah. Is it TCO? Wait, I don't know if I'm saying is it Chowway? Am I saying that right? But Moon, what were you doing? What were you playing? I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you. Death by PowerPoint. No, it's a fun PowerPoint. We're going on an adventure. We're going to a dungeon, like a D&D dungeon. So it'd be great. Hi, is it Othrir? I don't know if I'm saying everybody's names right. I can call you Cho. Perfect. Thank you for the follows, guys. I appreciate you. I got my T-Rex stickers. Let's go. Let's go. Is there going to be a quiz? Yeah, there's going to be a quiz, and it's going to be like super duper duper serious. Okay. But yeah, we talk about like rolling critical hits and everything else. You can call me Juicy. Perfect. I started Wind Waker for the first time. Ooh, I haven't played that. What do you think? So yeah, I hope this will be good for everybody. I really, really do. Hi, Soggy. It's good to see you. What else? Yeah, I made a PowerPoint. I'll give you guys like a little spiel. But I think that knowledge is power, and the more educated you are about your own body and what is normal, everybody's normal is different, but what is normal and what is abnormal, that can empower you to seek help and know when something is not right. I thought you ought to know.
Thought you ought to know.
Oh my gosh. No, they don't, Wolfen! Dr. Ty, why do I have this rash? Dude, the number of times I've been asked about rashes by my family members, I'm like, I don't fucking know. Go to the doctor. But the number one thing I want everyone to take away from this is not medical advice. Okay, it's very, very, very important that no one take this as medical advice. It is general education. It is extraordinarily unethical and immoral for me to provide medical advice without knowing your unique history. All of the things, age, physical exam, labs, history, meds, all of it. It's impossible for me to know those things. And so I cannot accurately give anyone medical advice in this setting. So please, if you have questions, ask your doctor. If you have something that's wrong or you're in pain, go to the fucking doctor. I might be a doctor. I am not your doctor. No poster. Was I supposed to have a poster? Was I? But yeah, I kind of want to make a huge career transition to work life. Dude, I would not recommend doing like things the way that I did because my life just exploded. But now I'm here and I'm a much happier person. I'm living my best life, but you know, it's a big part of me, and my old life was a very like stark transition from, you know, Dr. Ty to Tyrex. So, you know, hi Dominic. Can you make me remove you as my PCP? I'm gonna light that piece of paper on fire. Combat meta here. Yes, they do. I mean, technically you can put them in your nose too. Quick clot greater than tampons. That's fair. That's fair. Not much first rodeo. Yeah. Welcome back, Six. And also Canada, I have like a general one that you don't have to tag people in. It's just medical advice. So if somebody starts coming in and being like, hi Ty, what do I do for this? There shouldn't be anything in here that's like triggering or gory or anything like that. I did not put any like anatomical structures in. Like there is like this little like cycle graphic, but it shouldn't be like make anybody woozy or anything if you're prone to passing out. But yeah. So yeah, hi Charlie, welcome in, welcome. But yeah, so I don't know if we want to like just get into it, if we want to chat more, or want to do any of the things. I hope that everybody had a good day. Do I play Warzone? I have offline. I have not played in some time because Activision's pissing me off. So yeah. Ty streaming changed my life so many wonderful ways. Thanks, Kurs.
Okay, chat, pop those learning caps on and get
yes,
ready for
pop
the day to
those.
dawn.
No, there are pictures, just not pictures of other things. You know what I mean? I also had to be really careful. I don't know what's covered like in TOS. I think I can talk about most things without getting in trouble as long as it's from an educational standpoint, you know what I mean? But I wanted to be like really cautious, especially with stuff like this, you know what I mean? It could just get a little funky. Sick, thank you for the fucking 10 months.
Forgot to pop on Rim you again.
Thank you, dude. I really appreciate you. Anyway. Let's see. Super glue, the best stitches. I don't like super glue. I prefer Dermabond personally. But yeah, thank you for the resubs, guys. I really appreciate you. It is the last day of the month. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? And we hit like probably my second highest ever, over 3,000 subs this month. So I'm gonna fight you all today and every day. Anyway, finished Death Stranding 1 earlier on to Phil Seth and Mark. Let's go. Is Death Stranding 2 coming out soon? I've heard there's like some hustle and bustle about it. Halfway through the year is nuts, dude. Hi Oboro. Hi Ramen. Okay. Anyway, it's out. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why I heard about it. That's likely why I heard about it. Okay, friends, let me get my little presentation. Oh, hang on. I should have, let me see if I don't know if when I present this, if I'm going to have to figure out where to put my face. Hold up. Actually, no. I might be able to do something. Wait. I think I'm gonna be able to do this. Where is it? Meme scene. I'm gonna duplicate this and then make this into my medical Monday scene. And then hopefully that will, hopefully that'll work. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, friends, if we're ready, I don't know if I'm ready. Oh, I don't know what I just did. Okay. Anyway, I'm nervous. Oh, it came out last week. Well, that makes sense. Hi Mars. Okay, y'all, if I get into like, if I just start like blabbering, like talking like a ton, and I miss some messages, I apologize. Just know that I'm not trying to ignore you. Sometimes I get really sidetracked. It's not like a dense thing at all, but I do hope that you guys get some kind of value about it, like from it, about it, you know, all the things. Hello. Welcome to Medical Monday. This is me when I was practicing as a doctor. This is actually me right after I graduated med school. I had to Photoshop out my name and my med school out of this. So Medical Monday by Dr. Tyrex. I think if I just click, yeah. It's me, a Ty. So this is the same little badge here. This will be in residency. I actually got dressed and put makeup on that day. I was not a makeup wearer. I had to like do presentations on vascular surgical rounds, and it was terrifying, and I was shitting my pants the whole time. Okay, so that's me. I'm a doctor. I'm a content creator, and I'm a chaos gremlin. Okay, so today we're talking about monthly hormonal cycles, and it's gonna be great. I have a lot of really funny memes and a lot of really funny things. I'm gonna cover both men and women's cycles, and I want to provide you insight into your body, so you feel empowered to make decisions that are best for you, and so that you know when things are amiss. Hi, Kronos. Hi, B. Who is even that? That's a me. And this is also me. I photoshopped my head onto this AI doctor because I wanted to yell at you guys. This is not medical advice, okay? This is a garage. So not medical advice. If you take it as medical advice, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna punch you. You gotta consult your doctor if you have questions. If you're like, Ty, I have a rash and it's on my butt cheek, I don't know what to do, go to your butt cheek doctor, okay? Preferably with a dermatologist, but you could go to your PCP, okay? But yeah, so I can't provide medical advice. I need labs, history, physical exam, medications, all of it. It's unethical in capital letters for me to provide medical advice. I might be a doctor, but I am not your doctor. So I will find you and I will punch you. Also, guys, do you like my Photoshop skills? My shoulder is halfway in there. I couldn't figure out how to crop it out. What's a butt cheek doctor called? A butt cheekologist, naturally. Kronos, thank you for the thank you. Takes everything as spoken advice. What the fuck? Guys, I'm gonna find you and punch you. Guys, look at, and every slide I have this little thing that says educational purposes only. I like the blue background. Get out of here. Is ask your doctor technically medical advice? I guess. Ty's our doctor. I swear, I'm gonna fight you all. Okay, anyway, sorry about the flashbang. I wanted to do a little inclusivity a disclaimer. Cryptid actually reminded me to do this, so all the cryptid goes to cryptid, whatever. All the credit goes to cryptid. But when I talk about men and women, so these gendered terms, I'm talking about sex assigned at birth. I want to use really inclusive language, but there are definitely going to be people that this does not apply to. So if you're a trans man or a trans woman, these things will affect you differently. If you're non-binary, these things will affect you differently. So in general, I'm referring to sex assigned at birth. Anyway, it's really important. So look at how complicated this shit is. All right. This shit is fucking complicated. And I wanted to narrow it down. Oh, you were reading it? Oh, sorry, I need to go a little slower. I'm really fast. We'll pay you to be our doctor. I'm not taking bribes. Purple scrubs, blue background. Wow. I think you might need to like go see a neurologist or something, because I think your colors are a little fucked up. I'm just gonna say that much, okay? I'm just gonna say that much. Hi, I have a growth. If it's easier to just unbuckle. Oh my god. My butt cheek doctor is my saucer chair. God damn it. Ty takes bribes? No, I don't. In fact, I'm actively telling you guys not to gift me subs, okay? I actively yell, remember? Oh my God. Okay. So, wow, this is really complicated. So we are talking about the menstrual cycle. So we were talking about women's cycles in the beginning. There are so many different phases. And so we're going to be breaking down everything. In general, when you're thinking about this stuff, you want to think about like hormones as released from the brain and the pituitary gland. And then you think about ovarian cycles, and then you think about uterine cycles. And we're going to get into all of that. I can't take notes for the quiz if you go go fast. Geez, you know what? I'm going to start going faster so you guys fail. Okay. And then I'm going to get paid more if you fail. Me suddenly sleeping for 2 hours extra a night, realizing it's almost the end of my cycle. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about it. Hi, Chris. I'm good. How are you? Yeah, no, it's gonna, so all of the ways that we feel as women or the ways that we act are gonna make so much more sense at the end of this. Just ChatGPT for the answers. Yeah, there's a test at the end. And if you are found using ChatGPT, I'm going to expel you. Okay, so now let's break it down. Okay, we're breaking it down, guys. Look at. I expect you all to break it down like that, okay? There's lots of gifts in this presentation, all right? All right. So this is probably the most medically thing that I left in here. So again, we're talking about like hormonal cycles, and then we've got uterine and ovarian cycles, and this kind of breaks everything down. So it's a very complex dance of all sorts of really cool anatomy and physiology. It's more than just, oh, she's on that time of the month. So if anybody tells you that, I invite you, and it's usually going to be a man, punch them right in the ball sack. That's the only medical advice. Just kidding. In Minecraft. But it's not just, oh, yeah, the time of the month. There's so much going on. And there's a reason why, you know, for 2 days a month, we're like feeling like $1 million. And then for the other 2 weeks, you're like, I feel like shit. Her favorite bribes are beach chip. I love fries. You call them beach chips? I realize I lost more weight after my cycle. No, bloating is not a joke. If I injure myself while breaking it down, will you give medical advice? No. Right in the balls. Hi, Rex. Now it's your time of the month. Kicks balls. Exactly. Endo needs a bird in hell. I feel so bad for ladies. Dude, endometriosis. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that at the end. We're just going to go through normal physiology and stuff. And so I know, so as somebody who's child-free, this entire cycle exists as a potential like preparation for getting preggers. Okay. Your body is like, I'm ready. And it wants a baby, okay? And when it doesn't have a baby, it's like, I'm gonna punish you, bleeding. So that's a lot of fun. So anyway, we're gonna understand our body's operating system. Ha ha ha, gamers. So an average cycle is 28 days, but it can range anywhere from 20 to 35 days. So just because you're not like on a 28-day cycle, I tend to be on around like a 29. If I'm honest, every player's game is a bit different. So there's that. Now the fun begins. Okay, so this is gonna be, we're gonna go on a journey. Okay, I need you guys to hold my hand. We're gonna go on a journey, and we're gonna go to a dungeon. We are going on a dungeon journey. Am I sweating right there? I can't tell. Oh God. I got really nervous. It's either that or I was crying into my armpit. Hold my hands, hold my hands, hold my hands. You can't reach, get it together. Would it be okay for me to still watch the stream? Absolutely, absolutely. So this goes across borders. So this is not specific to like US anything. This is just us as humans. If you are a human being in some way, shape, or form, this stuff is going to affect you. When I was 5, I used to run around like a gremlin kicking boys. Oh, I love that about you. Hi, Vicarious. In Minecraft, we'd be hitting the blocks. Yes. I was crying into my armpit. Hang on, am I actually sweating? I think I am, guys. Don't judge me. Okay, so hormones are our power-ups and our debuffs. So if you think about that, hormones are either like adding to the way you feel and your energy levels, or they're subtracting from it. It's gonna be great. Hi, Big Boss. Okay, so you have 2 big hormones that come out of the base of the brain called FSH, which stands for follicle stimulating hormone, and that's the quest giver. You're going on an adventure, chat, and that tells the ovaries, follicle stimulating. It tells the ovaries, hey, you need to prep a follicle. And what a follicle is, it's a little pouch that contains an egg in the ovary. And it's like, hey, we're getting ready, okay? We're going to have a baby this month. And then LH stands for luteinizing hormone. And that triggers the follicle to release the egg. So the follicle is like a little bubble, and the egg is inside of it. And then at ovulation, the egg bursts out of the follicle. And you actually get this little wound on your ovary that it eventually scars over. So every single time you ovulate, your ovary explodes. So like when somebody says, oh, my ovaries are exploding when I watch Hassan on Twitch or whatever, I definitely have not uttered that same thing. Anyway. Your ovaries literally explode. Okay, I need you to know that. Like in Aliens, a little bit. So. Canada, don't ever ask that question again. Yeah, they're like alien egg bursters. So they come out of your ovary and anyway, I think I got debuffed after eating all this Chinese food. It was good, but I'm stuffed. Dude, I just ate a bunch of noodles. Okay, so we've got our 2 hormones that are coming out of our pituitary gland, which is, remember when I was talking about the ball sack of the brain? Do you guys remember that? That's what the pituitary gland is. Hang on. I'm gonna show you guys where the pituitary, so this is the pituitary. This is the ball sack of the brain. You guys see that? Oh, hell yeah. The ball sack of the brain. And these are all my really in-depth slides that Viz was like, please don't. So yeah, the ball sack of the brain makes these 2. Okay, it's right at the base. So we're gonna go back. Okay. There's a ball sack in the brain, okay? That's why I'd say it felt like someone was pinching my ovaries. Yes. So some people, it's a very funny German word for it. But some people get what's called Mittelschmerz, which is middle of the month pain. And some people can actually feel their ovulation and when that egg bursts out of the follicle, and you'll get like either right-sided pain or left-sided pain. And in general, fun fact, ovaries ovulate usually like it's usually one per month. So you'll have like your right ovary ovulate and then your left and things like that, which is fun. So there's that. It's a Mittelschmerz. You got ball sacks all over the body. It's true. It's true. There's a funny German word for everything. I know, for real. The ball sack of the brain. So that's where FSH and LH comes from. And then, so now if we're talking about estrogen. So estrogen is your Riz. Okay. If you're a woman, when you have lots of estrogen in your system, you're like, Potato, what's up? Hi, Sad Boy. Hi, Rev. Hi, Nori. Hi, Filthy. Guys, welcome back. Guys, you're in for a treat, or maybe not if you don't like this kind of thing. Welcome in. I hope you had a really good stream. Guys, if you don't know me, my name's Ty. I'm a doctor. I walked away from medicine in 2022. I'm doing my first ever Medical Monday. And so today we're learning about hormone cycles. Hi, Scottish. What's up? Hi, Irish. So we're learning a little bit about all things cycles, whether or not you're man, woman. We're usually talking about sex assigned at birth. When we talk about, cycles and everything like that. And so we try to use really inclusive language, but yeah, that's what I'm doing today. So we were just talking, I'm taking chat on a quest, and we're talking about our power-ups and our debuffs. And so I'm rearranging women's menstrual cycles into a dungeon with 4 quests. And so right now we're learning about our power-ups, okay? And our debuffs. Which is going to be great. Hi, lady. It's good to see you. Yeah, this is my first ever one. I want people to get something out of this. And I went into medicine to help people and to educate people. And this is a way for me to continue to do that. So I hope that you feel a little bit more empowered, a little more educated about your body or your family members, and are able to ask questions. And this is a very open, understanding environment to do so. So that's what it is. But yeah, Game Potato, thank you for being here. Please, if you've raided in, please take care of yourself, get some food, get some water, do all of the things. I'm scared, Dr. Daddy. I'm sorry. Hold my hand. But yeah, I'm excited to listen. Yeah. So we just barely got into it. I did a little presentation just as a heads up. This is not medical advice, just general educational purposes. Thank you, Canada. We're all holding hands together. I know we're all scared, but we're learning about hormones with Bucky. So we just talked about these 2 hormones that come out of the brain called follicle stimulating hormone, which is the quest giver. So we're giving out a quest. You're going on an adventure. Speedy, thank you for the fucking tier 3.
Buckle up, chat, more chaos.
That's crazy. Thank you, Speedy. I appreciate you, dude. So we have the quest giver. So you're going on an adventure. And then LH, which is luteinizing hormone, is the trigger. So that triggers ovulation. We were just talking about what ovulation is. And essentially where your ovary literally explodes, just like when, some of us watch Hassan on Twitch. but not me. Okay. Not me. Anyway, so now we're talking about estrogen, which is your charisma modifier. So when you have lots of estrogen, you're like, and you get tons of energy when you have lots of estrogen in your system. So this peaks in your first 14 days. So on average, women have 28-day cycles. It peaks from days 1 to 14. And on 14, you're at peak estrogen. You're ovulate. You feel like $1,000,000. And I know that all the women in chat know exactly what I'm talking about, where there's like 2 days of the month and you're like, I'm strong, I'm sexy, I'm everything that I've ever wanted to be. And then you proceed to feel like shit for the next 2 weeks. Which is great. So you got boost in energy, mood. You want to socialize. You want to make out. You want to do all of the things. What happens if you have a negative charisma modifier? Seek medical attention. So you want to think like agility, intelligence, stat boost. Like you feel smart too. Like this is a good time to like take a test. So look at my cute little gif of my my guy. That's my guy. So Goji right here is very eepy. He's very tired. This is what progesterone does to you. Progesterone is a progesta bitch. It is the chill rest buff. So on the last half of your cycle, when you're in the luteal phase is what it's called, your progesterone goes up and it makes you feel like shit. So this wants to support pregnancy. It's going to maintain the endometrial lining. It's getting ready for baby. So you're tired. Calmness is a weird term that I put in here. I get really angry when I'm in my luteal phase. So I'm a little moody. Okay. So like if you have like a speed potion in Baldur's Gate and then you get slowed for 3 turns after that, this is what that is. So the speed potion is estrogen. The way you feel like shit is progesterone. I thought there'd be at least one Godzilla gif. I didn't put any dinosaur gifs, which I'm a little sad about. More big brain steering disease for real. Thank you, Boovin. I appreciate that. So anyway, we're going on a dungeon adventure. Okay, chat. Hold hands. Hold hands. Hold hands. Can I get some of my like D20s in chat? Because we have a new emote. That's a D20 dice from when I got through my honor mode run. We're learning about our bodies and Baldur's Gate. 100%. Why is Dr. Daddy wearing a white coat? If not, I'll cry. It felt blasphemous a little bit, but I do have this. I don't feel totally comfortable like wearing it. That feels a little funky. I don't like that. Okay. Anyway, we'll go from there. Okay, so we're going on an adventure. We're going to a dungeon. So we're gonna prep for our dungeon. Okay, we're prepping for the boss fight. So this is our follicular phase. If you guys are familiar with what I just talked about, remember follicular stimulating hormone, FSH? That's going to be like the main player here. It wants the follicles to be stimulated as fuck. So this is on day 1. So if we're talking about a menstrual cycle, there's day 1 to 28. Day 1 is the first day you start bleeding. First day of your period. And then it ends at day 14, generally, when ovulation happens. So your brain is releasing that follicle stimulating hormone. You're prepping. You're like, I'm going to have a baby, which I don't like that my body does that because I want one. So your estrogen rises. You slowly start to feel your energy come up and you're like feeling very adventurous. And then your uterine lining, which is like the little nest for the baby bird, if you know what I mean, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, that ends up getting thickened. So after you have your period and you bleed, then you need a little period of prepping once again. So you're gathering your resources, you're leveling up, you want to prepare for your boss fight, okay? So that's stage 1. That's the first of our 4 quests. Do you guys like the gifts? I think the gifts are really great. Fireball. I cast Fireball. So ovulation is the boss battle. That's like the peak shit. So this is like on day 14. You feel like an amazing bitch. So you get a surge in that LH hormone, which is the trigger that we were talking about earlier. And your follicle pops.
Okay, and then the egg comes out and it gets picked up by the tube to take it into the uterus if there's, and then maybe get fertilized and maybe baby. So this is the most fertile window, is generally day 14. There's all sorts of stuff that people with IVF do where they like take their temperature, and like there's, you know, all kinds of stuff that can like indicate that you're ovulating. And again, some women in the middle of their cycle get pain on one side or the other, and they can actually like tell like, oh, I'm ovulating on my left ovary, or I'm ovulating on my right ovary, which is pretty crazy. No, yeah, this is the time where this song should be playing in your bedroom, if you know what I'm saying. And you feel great. You're super confident. You're energized. You want to make out, all of the things. So the moment of truth, is there a critical hit? Did you roll a nat 1 or a nat 20? Are you going to get preggers or you're not? You're going to feel powerful, attractive, strong, ready to go, ready to make out. That was perfect timing, sick, by the way. The baby would be a debuff. So our boss battle. So we have gone through our preparation, okay, which is our follicular phase, our boss battle, the ovulation, and now what comes after the boss battle? You feel like shit. You feel like shit. You did not succeed. You rolled a nat 1. You're not pregnant. You feel like shit. So this is going to be your rest phase. You've fought the boss. You're very tired, and you would like to eat a lot of chocolate. You might feel bloated. You might feel like shit. So this period is right after ovulation until you start bleeding. And so when you have that ruptured follicle, pop, the little follicle doesn't go away. No. It sticks around and it acts like a bitch for another 14 days. So it becomes something called the corpus luteum. And it's just this big, fat pile of shit that secretes a ton of progesterone, because it's like, ooh, if we got pregnant, we're going to make sure that the inner lining of the uterus is going to stay intact so that baby can implant and become a parasite. Literally, guys, babies are parasites. Don't at me. They literally are. Don't, from like a medical standpoint, okay? So if no pregnancy happens, that corpus luteum actually breaks down and it becomes a scar. So ovaries of, you know, women who have gone through like menopause and stuff, there's like multiple scars and old corpus lutei that you can see like on histology if you were to take an ovary out and stuff like that. So if you don't get pregnant, the body punishes you and it says, okay, we're going to peak in progesterone. You're going to feel like shit. Oh, okay, no pregnancy? Fine then. We're going to drop your progesterone and you're going to bleed. So that's really awesome. This is really cool that this happens to us. I love being a woman. So then that drop in hormones can also make you feel further like shit. It's amazing. Hi, Talk. It's good to see you. So you finish the boss fight. You're waiting for the next dungeon. So progesterone gives you that fatigue, that irritability. You've got PMS. You feel like shit. You've got cravings. You need healing potions and you want comfort food. Okay. You need a little snacky and you need to be gentle with yourself. Okay. Because our ovaries are bitches. Okay, guys, this GIF is so good. This GIF is everything. So you need lots of snacks. Okay, so the quest 4 is probably the worst one. This is the bleedy phase where your uterus literally starts to attack you. So this is day 1 of the period when the bleeding begins and then it ends when the bleeding stops. This is your menstrual phase. This is your reset phase. You're cleaning everything out. You're doing... Exactly. Angry monster. So you're cleaning everything out and you're resetting for the next month. So what's happening is if the egg isn't fertilized, the uterine lining sheds, because if the egg is fertilized, it releases its own progesterone in order to maintain the pregnancy itself. Which is really interesting. So when you get pregnant, instead of having, so once the corpus luteum is going to pass away eventually, and the placenta is actually going to take over the production of progesterone because progesterone is necessary for maintaining a pregnancy. So we're not going to talk about pregnancy here. This is just about hormones and stuff. I'm not going to get into that. We can maybe do it later, but this isn't going to apply to all of us because I don't have a kid. Maybe some of you don't have kids. It's not necessarily like super relevant, but every woman who is of reproductive age or has gone through this period will go through a period. Puns. Thank you. It's literal Shark Week. Where do babies come from? You see, when a mommy and daddy love each other very much. Or maybe if they don't love each other, you know, there's such a thing as hate fucking, but you know, I'm not going to talk about that either. Okay. Anyway, thanks for the follow. So anyway, we're rebooting our system. Okay. Just like I am right now in real time. So There's we're getting ready for the next adventure. The next dungeon is coming up, okay? So when you're doing all of this, you need to rest, okay? Listen to your body. You need to get some rest. Guys, I don't know if you knew this, but women have testosterone too. And everything is perfectly balanced, as all things should be, okay? Perfectly balanced, but not like that. So that's messed up. The lining thickens only for it to shed again. I know, isn't it fucked up? It's just every 28 days, women go through this absolute shit show. Hell. Okay? The worst. Hi, Lore Master. I'm doing well. How are you? So, women have testosterone. I don't know if everybody knew this. So, dude, this GIF, I found the best GIFs for this presentation. Like, look at that shit. So anyway, women have testosterone. So it's produced by the ovaries primarily, but also you have little glands on top of your kidneys called the adrenal glands. Wellness influencers love to talk about, oh my God, your adrenal glands are fatigued. That doesn't fucking exist. If you have adrenal gland fatigue, then you have a disorder and you could die from it. So testosterone affects ovarian function and libido and also contributes to bone strength. Estrogen also contributes to bone strength. So one of the reasons that women are more prone to osteoporosis than men are is because we go through menopause. And so usually our peak bone density occurs in our early 20s. And the ladies in chat, it is so important for you to do weight bearing exercises so that you can keep your bones really strong. Consume enough calcium, enough vitamin D. On contrary to popular, big dairy, whatever, milk is actually not the best source of calcium and vitamin D. You can get that from a lot of other places, fruits, vegetables, all sorts of things. So you don't have to drink a fuckload of milk. If I drink a fuckload of milk, I'm going to shit my pants. So that's not going to work. So anyway, there's a reason why men don't have the prevalence of osteoporosis that women do. And one of the reasons is because of the estrogen progesterone back and forth. I hate fucking wellness influencers. It drives me nuts. Okay, so we're going to talk about how we take care of ourselves and how we take care of others. So do something. So this is where we're gonna talk about like how to take care of ourselves. So during premenstrual syndrome, so this is usually that lead up and that luteal phase right before you bleed. You're like, God, I feel like shit. I usually just start crying spontaneously and I'm like, what's going on? And then I'm like, oh, that's what was going on. Hi Johnson. Hi Rick. So common debuffs. Mood swings, bloating, cramps, fatigue. You want chocolate, okay? Chocolate. So make sure you're hydrating. Get those mana potions. Eat some healthy snacks. Do some light exercises. Get some good sleep. And then painkillers, not the stronger ones. You should be able to get by with a little bit of ibuprofen, okay? A little bit of ibuprofen. Sleep a fuck ton. Rest. And so if you're supporting somebody who goes through these types of things, get them chocolate, get them snacks, get them flowers. Okay. Do all of the things. Be really nice to her. Okay. We do have an ad. Do you guys have any questions up to this point? Just while the ad is running, just so that I don't have anybody that's missing out on stuff. But yeah, I hope this has been, I'm almost done with the presentation. I hope this is helpful. We're going to go over men's cycles. You guys are going to fucking laugh at the one slide. I've got 2 slides that I have. You're doing a good job. Thank you. That means a lot. Medical Monday Ogre. Snuggles if she needs them. Give her nice kisses. Give her a really comfy blanket. Also, for all the ladies in chat, if you are weightlifters like I am, you will feel like shit. And you'll be like, why does 10 pounds feel like 100? And I go through this every month and I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with me? And then all of a sudden I ovulate and I'm able to lift 50 pounds. And I'm like, I am a superwoman and I want to feel like this forever. And then I go back into my luteal phase and I'm like, oh, I feel like fucking dog shit and I'm weak again. So gang. I am a god. No, literally. But yeah, sun's the best source of vitamin D. You do have to eat it though. You have to eat vitamin D as well, and it becomes activated by the sun. Fun fact. We can talk about vitamin D metabolism eventually too. For someone who's missed everything, what we talking about? We're talking about hormone cycles, villainous. Yeah, we can just laugh at men in general if you want. Okay, I have really funny gifts. Get them chocolate. She'll be mad at you about saying that. Wait, she'll be mad that you're saying they want a junk food. It's a trap. No, I love junk food. And if I don't have chocolate around when I'm feeling like shit, I'll get even madder, okay? Vitamin D's nuts. Hell yeah. Still working harder than Drake for his fake abs. Oh my God. My partner always craves red meat. Interesting. Yes, I have to eat the sun for power, 100%. If women produce testosterone, do men produce estrogen? Yes, and we'll go over it. We will go over it. Yes, we will. So yeah, great question. Hi, Dub City. I do all these things. If I had a girlfriend, hey, don't say never. What if you were given mint chocolate? I would literally come out of my skin and attack you. Can you recommend cranial rectal inversion surgery for 90%? I can actually. Yay, homeostasis. Exactly, Brandalorian. Yes, this VOD will remain up, Lion. And I'll actually share this with you guys in Discord. Perfect. So, yeah, I'm going to share this in Discord as well. I'll share the link so everybody has access to it. I get very technical in the end. Just in case anybody like wants some of the deep dark lore, you know what I mean? If you're a lore whore like I am. Hi here for the dogs. Hi Matsumas. I'm so glad that Viz caught me, by the way, before I gave this presentation to you guys. It was gonna be very different than what we came up with. Anyway. Too much milk? No! I'll cut a bitch if I don't get chocolate hot baths. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So we'll look at the technical stuff a little bit later, especially if you guys have questions. It'll be really great. We can talk about like some neuroanatomy and all sorts of stuff. But I'm glad that you guys are getting some benefit out of it. And welcome back from the people who were at ads. We just did a little pause, a little break. So we just talked about the PMS symptoms and how to take care of yourself because you got to do something. So cramps. This is damage over time, okay? This is like when you get hit with a poison arrow and you're just like, you know what I mean? So your uterus is literally trying to squeeze out the inner lining that was previously attached. Imagine you had skin on the outside of your body like you do. And all of a sudden that skin got really thick and you were like, bro, what's happening? And then all of a sudden you start to feel like you feel great. You're like, oh my God, this skin thickening thing, this is really nice. And then it all starts bleeding and then your arm starts cramping. It's like whirling, trying to get all this skin off. That is what women's uteruses do. So be fucking nice to us or we'll kill you in Minecraft. So heat packs. I will say one thing with heat packs. Do not sleep on them. Okay, and you don't use them too often. 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off is generally an okay rule, but you can get permanent skin discoloration from using a heat pack for too often. Oh wait, the ad just hit. Okay, whatever. The ad hit. Now we're gonna just sit and look at each other. IRL too, it's true. Hi, Bo. Nope, my uterus is plotting my death at this point. No, she is. This is literally our uteruses, guys. Like, look, happy ovulation time. That is literally what she does. And I'm sick and tired of her bullshit, to be totally honest. Okay, we'll wait until we're really done with ads, though. Some of us essentially get Charlie horse type cramps. Yeah, and so we can talk also about endometriosis. I'll just give you guys a little endometriosis thing. So fun fact, if we go back to our lovely little uterus, so see how it has those little arms and she's kind of holding on to the little ovaries at the end. So within the uterus is endometrial tissue, and that's what thickens and sheds every single month, the endometrium, which is just a fancy word of saying the innermost layer. But there are some times where it refluxes back into those tubes, and those tubes are directly connected to the space that all of your organs are in. Okay. So your bowel, your bladder, your liver really up top, like it can go everywhere. And one of the things that happens in endometriosis is that the endometrial tissue becomes present outside. I've seen endometrial tissue on people's livers. It's horrific. And that endometrial tissue, just like the tissue it's a peritoneal sac, exactly, deep fried. I love it. Hi, Rebel Ryan. And I've seen endometrial tissue on people's bowels. I have seen it on their bladder. I have seen it on livers, on stomachs, up top, where all of those organs are really down low in the pelvis. It can be up top, and it is responsive to hormones in the exact same cycle. So it will proliferate, grow, and then it'll shed, and you will actually get periods of internal bleeding with endo. And it's awful. And the only way to cure it, you can usually manage symptoms with things like birth control pills, because that prevents the proliferation and shedding. You can actually prevent periods, and it improves symptoms quite a lot. My sister has endo and actually has an IUD, and it has helped immensely. But it does that same like growing, shedding some stuff. So if one of your loved ones or somebody you know has endometriosis, it is a brutal condition and it is so fucking painful. The peritoneal sac, as deep fried, very correctly identified, is something that doesn't like when blood is in it at all. And it becomes very, very irritated and very, very inflamed. And it is so, so painful. So that's essentially what endo is. Are IUDs like a foreign object? Yes, they are. We can actually talk about IUDs a little bit. But yeah, how do you find out if your endo escapes? So the only way that you can diagnose endometriosis is by doing exploratory laparoscopy. So when a surgery where they put in little cameras to take a look. It's a visual diagnosis. Usually you can diagnose on symptoms, but you can't say for sure until you actually go in and look at it. And then one of the only things that you can do is debulking procedures to get rid of that exogenous endometrial tissue. So yeah, it's pretty fucked up. So we just talked about cramps. So energy fluctuations, please listen to your bodies, ladies, and don't let any men gaslight you into thinking like, oh, she's just blah, blah, blah. Seriously. Those giblets are out. Our giblets are inside of our body. Their giblets are outside of their body. Okay. Use that information how you will. Okay. So when you have your energy fluctuations, you're in your luteal phase. Plan for your intense gaming during your follicular phases. Okay. You want to get those gaming sessions. You're freaking relaxing. Schedule some chill story-driven games. Okay. For when you're feeling really down. IUDs are usually copper. No, some of them are. I don't have a copper one in fact. But there are ones that secrete hormones, and the copper ones, I can talk a little bit about IUDs and contraceptives. Is that why you have a small or large blood clots? No, not necessarily. It kind of just depends on your anatomy and how your endometrial tissue sheds. So tracking your cycle. We're going to talk a little bit about this. Do not, for any of the women in the US, don't use period tracking apps, please. There are some kind of scary things that are going on as far as reproductive health goes. Good old pen and paper will do on scheduling things. If you've got a little daily planner or something, you can write down. Tracking your cycles can be really, really helpful, especially if you're somebody who has a regular period. So if you have PCOS or any type like endo, anything like that. Yeah, so they have period tracking apps, but there have been cases where Congress and certain lawyers have lobbied to retrieve that data to try to prosecute people for having miscarriages or abortions. So be careful. So yeah. I don't think I've said that, Vix. So IUDs are a form of contraceptives, and we can talk about those. I didn't put them in the presentation. So just be really mindful if you are a woman of childbearing age, not to scare anybody, but that is a thing that has been happening lately in the US. So let's talk about men. Okay. Every time a man argues with me on Twitter, this is how I imagine. Okay. Oh my God. So, men, I hate to break it to you. You get 2 slides. You get 2 slides. 2. I wish I was you, though. I wish so badly. Don't look at us. We're getting emotional. So, y'all, in general, you are on 24-hour cycles, which is why roughly you wake up feeling kind of the same energetically every morning and then every night. You have 24-hour cycles with your testosterone. It peaks in the morning and it goes down at night. It gives you more energy and then you go eepy time. It's very simple creatures. So the way that this works is there is a hormone released by the base of the brain called the hypothalamus, and you get gonadotropin releasing hormone that stimulates LH, which is that luteinizing hormone, same hormone that women have. You guys have the exact same hormones. Okay. It just is based on, what happens and what you do with it. So luteinizing hormone goes to the testes, says, hey, promote testosterone. And then testosterone goes and does its thing, which essentially is just you get secondary sex characteristics when it comes to men. So facial hair, more muscle growth, bone strength, energy, and spermatogenesis. So creating little sperms. So men also have estrogen. I had to put a little Barack Obama in there. So testosterone is actually converted to estrogen via aromatase. You guys do just like secrete estrogen. It's just in lower amounts. But you also have estrogen. Females also have testosterone. There is, I read a paper actually today, which was really interesting, suggesting that estrogen is implicated in the fat deposition for men. So if men have low testosterone, for instance, you can get a loss in bone density, a decrease in muscle mass. And so you get a lot of like thinning and you can look a little bit frail. And then also you'll have a propensity to put on more fat. And they think that estrogen, the lack of estrogen, because if you lack testosterone, that testosterone isn't being converted to estrogen. So you're going to have low levels of both, and they both play a very important role. You can't have one without the other. And so in men, if you have low estrogen as well, that can contribute to increased fat deposition. The other thing that's really important to know, so there's a specific enzyme, I kept the name in there. It's called aromatase. It converts testosterone to estrogen. Fun fact, fat tissue, so adipose tissue, has a lot of aromatase in it. So people who are suffering from conditions like obesity, sometimes you will get low testosterone and increased estrogen when it comes to some of the hormone cycles in men in particular, but also in women as well. And obesity, for instance, because that increased levels of aromatase actually puts men and women at increased risk of certain kinds of cancers. So that's why obesity is implicated in certain cancers, breast cancer, and many, many others, prostate cancer as well. So that was me when I started working out for COVID. You gain weight and fat. No, sometimes that happens. Sometimes, and it's not necessarily that everybody who gains weight has low T, but that can be a symptom of it. So if you have any questions, definitely talk to your doctor. Here's my citations. Notice how I don't go anywhere other than peer-reviewed sources. Society of Endocrinology, okay? We're going to go to NCBI. We're going to go to the Pituitary Association. We're going to Harvard. We're going to go to the Cleveland Clinic, okay? Your girl does not fuck with pseudoscience. There's no Wikipedia, okay? Okay, so these are all my really technical ones. I kept my citations in there because, like, I don't want you guys to, like, I'm not pulling this shit out of my ass. But yeah, we could talk about the ball sack of the brain. I have a bunch of like really technical stuff. If anybody's interested in like pituitary function, you know, there's an anterior ball sack, a posterior ball sack. It's like your left and right nut. This is how you get to the pituitary, how neurosurgeons will. They'll go through the nose, which is really interesting. And then I talked a little bit in like more in depth about some of the hormones and things like that. And then some of the stuff with the men's. So yay. What do you mean supplements the wellness influencer isn't better than the doctor's prescription? No! Don't listen to Jen, the wellness influencer who's trying to sell you some tea that you shove up your ass, please. Hi, Nia. I hope that it was educational, guys. I hope that this answers some questions. We can talk a little bit about contraceptives if you'd like, because that's an interesting topic. And there's different types of contraceptives that alter certain hormones. Which could be a really interesting thing. I'm thinking about getting TRT, honestly. Check with your doctor. I've heard great things, especially for the men who truly need it, who have low T. Are those sources available on Wikipedia? Oh my God. Thanks for the Thai talk. I gotta run. Bye, liar. I hope you have a good day. I'm not supposed to shove tea up my ass. No, you're not. No. When do you apply the jade egg? It's on day 17. So yeah, we can talk a little bit about Wave. Let's talk a little bit about some of the contraceptives. So I'm gonna look up some brands real quick. So like Mirena is a really popular brand of ID. Mirena IUD. So there are generally like two groups of IUDs essentially. So somebody earlier asked about the copper IUD. So copper IUD is a non-hormonal IUD. So IUD stands for intrauterine device. I think Dids asked, is it a foreign body? Yes, it is. It looks like a little T shape. It's a cute little T. It literally looks like this. And it's not very cute. Honestly, that shit sucks. They put me out for my last one. So it's a little T. It's not cute. They shove it up there. So copper IUDs work by chronically kind of inflaming the internal lining. It's antibacterial, and so it's not going to like promote any sort of like bacterial overgrowth or anything like that, but it does create a low level of inflammation, which prevents egg implantation. So you can still get some bleeding and you'll get normal cycles. So we don't introduce any exogenous or like outside of the body estrogen or progesterone. It's just a little foreign body that goes in there, irritates the lining, prevents implantation. They're not as effective. I'm going to have to look up some quotations about like what percentage of pregnancies they prevent. Mirena, or there's a couple of different IUDs under the same name, or under different names, but they can last up to 8 years. Does it hurt? It's awful. Yes. So, yeah, they have to grab on with the tenaculum onto the cervix and pull it and then shove it up there. It's fucking horrific. And there is a big movement to either put women out for this, because for years and years and years, men in medicine were propagating the myth that the cervix doesn't have nerve endings. If anybody tries to tell you this shit, you guys, if you are a woman and they say cervix doesn't have nerve endings, it shouldn't hurt, tell them to go fuck themselves with cactus. I am not kidding. The cervix has nerve endings, okay? Clearly men would know best. Yeah, because they have cervixes. But they grab it with a tenaculum, which is a very sharp pronged thing. Let me show you what it is. Okay, I'm gonna show this to you guys. Hang on. Let me make sure I'm on the right scene. That is a tenaculum. You see how fucking pokey that is? Pokey. It grabs, and this is what it does. It grabs, you have to pull and then insert. Click the other picture. Which one? I'm a little nervous to be clicking pictures. We can do the Cleveland Clinic one. Oh, there we go. I just don't want to get banned. You know what I mean? So yeah, so this is how an IUD sits in the uterus, and they pinch ya and they pull ya. Okay. It's not fucking fun. No anesthesia usually. There are a lot of OBGYNs now who will do local cervical blocks. So what they do is they take a little bit of lidocaine and they numb up the area entirely, and it can help a ton. Some women do really, really well with these procedures. Other women do not. Okay. If you are somebody who's nervous or anything like that, they can give you cervical softening medications, take ibuprofen, and then do the insertion at a specific time in the month that can really help with pain management. And you can ask for anesthesia local, or some people will do like twilight anesthesia. My OBGYN actually offers it. So yeah, 10 Dracula, exactly. Remember when I got a biopsy done, it bitch hurt, and oh my god, yeah, they don't numb. Yeah, it's insane. It's barbaric. Yet a man will go in and get a fucking vasectomy and get 40 Percocets. Twilight anesthesia, it's just a really light anesthesia, so you don't need like a breathing tube or anything. So if you've ever heard the terms general anesthesia, general is you're out, you have no muscular control, therefore your diaphragm's not moving, and they have to actually put a tube down your throat. Twilight, you're still able to breathe on your own, you're just like not able to feel as much pain. And some people don't remember it at all. So usually like they can do a really small dose of anesthesia, like a MAC is what it's called. I forget exactly what it stands for. Minimally something. But they usually do that for people who are getting colonoscopies as well. So you don't have to be tubed. Salutes general. Some men will feel it. So if you ever feel something, oh yeah, it's true. It's true. Do people get IUDs to help with periods? Yes. So there are the hormonal IUDs, like Mirena, for instance, they secrete hormones. And so Mirena releases what's called levonorgestrel. It's progestin. It's progestin. It's like it's a freaking progesterone like thing, progestin. And it will make it more difficult for any potential sperms to reach an egg. So it thickens cervical mucus. I'm reading this right now. And then it thins the uterine lining. And so it makes it a very hostile environment for sperms and eggs that are potentially fertilized. So we want to make our uteruses angry and inhospitable. If you're trying not to get pregnant, it's a little 2-in-1. So yeah, prevents pregnancy. And then it can also prevent, what's it called? It doesn't prevent ovulation, but it does prevent bleeding. Some people still have periods when they're on like a Mirena IUD. Other people do not. So it just kind of depends on your hormonal cycles. So yeah, my wife had an x-ray and there were 2 things floating in there. Oh yeah. Then there were the ligations. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. Yeah, that's very scary. So you can identify these kind of things on, if you get like a CT scan, sometimes they'll pop up on x-rays, an MRI and things like that. You can be like, oh yeah, there's the IUD. Ultrasounds as well. These things can become dislodged. And so it's really important that if anything happens, anything feels funky, to go and talk to your OBGYN. Absolutely. So one of the difficult things, so I've been very honest with you guys about some of the health issues that I've had. They can promote cysts on your ovaries. So if you're prone to ovarian cysts, sometimes they need to add in a little bit extra, because what an ovarian cyst is it's a non-ruptured follicle. So remember when we talked about those follicles that eventually rupture and the egg comes out? That doesn't occur with people who have ovarian cysts. And so there's a bunch of fluid that builds up. Sometimes there can be a little bleeding that happens. People have, and what's really scary is people have bled out from ovarian cysts. It's not terribly common, but it does happen. So somebody like me who has a propensity for them, I have to be a little bit vigilant about making sure that I'm not getting any sort of like really bad thing happening to me. So generally, IUDs are safe. Sometimes they don't work for some people, but they can be very effective and safe. Do people normally go straight for IUDs? So it depends. You could be on oral contraceptives. That's like your classic pill. There are different pills, like pill categories. There are progestins. There are estrogen. We'll just go over let's go over a little bit of the contraceptive categories. La 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 la. And then there's certain levels. I'm looking for a very specific graph because there are percentages associated with some of these. Like failure rates. Hang on. La 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 la. Sorry guys, I'm looking for a nice little graph. Okay, well this is a good. Okay, I'll go over this in a second. Let's do a contraceptive I guess it would be like birth control types. Types and hormones. Yeah, hormonal methods of birth control. Okay, I'm going on Up to Date. This is one of my favorite websites. One of my favorite websites. Okay. La 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 la. Let's go. Long-acting methods of birth control, IUDs. Which method is right for me? Beyond the basics. I love Up to Date. Oh no, I don't have a subscription anymore. My old hospital paid for it. Okay, hang on. Sorry, everyone. All right. Here's a little thing. Rip, dude. My favorite contraceptive, single, would rather go for a run than date right now. Valid. But they're really good. So contraceptives, and this is a very big topic right now. Contraceptives are not just for pregnancy prevention. They are great for that, but there are also women who need contraceptives in order to feel like a person. And it's absolutely necessary for certain diseases like PCOS and endometriosis. So just because you don't want to have a baby doesn't mean, or like, am I going to rant? I'm going to rant. Just because you want to force pregnancy on people doesn't mean that contraceptives are the fucking devil. They are useful for a lot of different things, not just preventing a baby. Okay. So taking away any form of contraceptive is fucking stupid. Taking away much needed medicine from OBGYNs because, oh my God, that's used in abortions. Go fuck yourself. These things are used for things outside of DNCs and abortions. Okay. I know this is a hot topic. But politicians and uneducated fucks don't belong in the doctor's office. You know who does? The patient and their educated physician. Hard stop. Keep your fucking religion out of people's pants. Keep your fucking politicians out of people's pants. Keep them away from everyone else. So is the Nuva, what is it called? Renuva ring. So that's actually, it's kind of like an implant, but not. We can go over that too. This is a strong topic in my home right now, especially after what we just went through, Mrs. Bug. I bet it is. In and out, but I had a horrible interaction with Nexplanon. Yeah. So we can talk a little bit about that as well. Nexplanon's the one that goes in the arm. But yeah, insisted something's wrong with a friend of mine. Her IUD is one that's installed correctly and the doctor refused to do anything. Yeah. Make sure you have a doctor that will listen to you. Yeah. Favorite contraceptive, single and would rather go for a run. Yes. So yeah, I don't know the whole backstory, but I've heard Poopowitz talk about how being on birth control for years really messed up her mental health and getting off it was really big for her. Yes. So every single individual is different. Some women really, really struggle on birth control. One thing to be very mindful about, again, this is not medical advice. You talk to your doctor, but this is a question that you should be asked. Oral contraceptives have been shown to increase the prevalence of clots in women who have migraine with aura. So I am an individual who has migraines with aura. If I were on any type of oral birth control, that could increase my likelihood of things like heart attacks, strokes, DVTs, PEs. So that is one thing that you have to weigh. What are auras? It's like a warning sign. Mine are unique. They usually come in my right side and it feels like twinkly lights, I guess is the way to describe them. So I usually get like very sudden onset. So I'll get like twinkly lights out of one eye and I'll start to feel really funky and like I feel weird and I feel like I'm going to throw up and then all of a sudden, bam, migraine and I'm fucked. So yeah, some people can go blind. I had one, I thought I was having a stroke. I had numbness and paralysis of half my face. That was pretty lit. That's something, yeah, pretty rainbows. Some people have different experiences. If you guys have migraines, please feel free to share what your aura is. Mine is like right-sided twinklies. So yeah, I can't tolerate being around my grandfather because how he thinks of what he believes. I hate that. I'm so sorry. I can't believe around some of my family members too, and it's hard. Most birth controls make me crazy, unfortunately. So when we're talking about hormones and we're talking about estrogen and progesterone, some people, so getting exogenous estrogen or progesterone can make their moods and make them feel like shit. And so for some people, birth control works really, really well and it helps with a great many things. For other people, it is not the move for them. There again are certain circumstances where like one type of birth control would be better for another. Migraines with aura, no oral contraceptives. Some people prefer the copper IUD. So the copper IUD is one of those implantable IUDs that has no hormones. So it can be an excellent form of contraceptives for people who are sensitive to exogenous hormones. What else? Yeah, I'm sorry. I hate to say this, but if you don't want to have babies, the pull-out method is like 70% effective. It's not that great. You're going to have a baby. Unless you have fertility issues and you're blessed like that. So yeah, we can go over rates. Yeah, no, pull-out method is not where it's at. So that's that. Yeah, most birth controls make you crazy. Actually crazy, not figuratively. No, absolutely. And you're not the only person that feels like that. Some people feel really great not using birth control. I had a friend in med school who felt like shit on birth control, went off of it and felt so much better. They've now since had babies, but they were meaning to have babies. So yeah, I have one where the vision gets dark in my peripheral. I don't like that. So ovarian cysts similar to sebaceous cysts? No, they are very different. Ovarian cysts, sometimes it depends. So the functional cysts, like the ones I get, for instance, are just enlarged follicles that didn't burst. And so like the freaking grapefruit sized one, it's a functional cyst in that it's like kind of normal, but getting that big, not normal. And so I had to have that surgically removed in September. I have heard of women, and I saw somebody on TikTok who had an ovarian cyst that made her look pregnant. And she thought it was just bloating and diastasis erecti, which is weakening of the middle part. It's crazy. I've seen gnarly large ovarian cysts. So if your abdomen is becoming more and more swollen, please go to the doctor. Birth control and me don't miss. I have a uterine. Oh shit. I'm still figuring out things with it. I hope that you're able to get a physician who really listens to you and you're able to troubleshoot anything you need. But yeah, I want that contraceptive method that's literal light switch on the vas deferens. Yeah, man. That's good shit. So one of the best forms of birth control, if you are absolutely sure that you do not want babies, and it is reversible should you decide the opposite, but males getting vasectomies, very easy outpatient procedure. He sits on a bag of peas for 2 days and it's over. Very, very effective form of contraceptives. And it is minimally invasive. It's not that bad for men. It's nothing. You can reverse vasectomies. Yes. So you can. With women, if you get a tubal ligation, it is a much larger surgery, very much more dangerous, not 100% effective. Sometimes they can recanalate. Some people get ectopic pregnancies as well, which can be very dangerous, which is one of the reasons we need access to abortive fucking medications, because somebody gets an ectopic pregnancy that is non-viable. That means ectopic means outside of the uterus. So often ectopic pregnancies occur in the fallopian tubes. The fallopian tubes are ill-equipped to handle a 9-month growing baby, and the woman will die. And the fact that we have to wait until a woman is sick enough to die in order to give her an abortion is fucking garbage. And everyone's religion and their politics need to stay the fuck out of that. I will die on this hill. And if somebody wants to fucking argue with me, let's fucking go. Hi Eek, welcome in. But anyway, there's that. Pre-ejaculate contains a small amount. Yes, it's very true. It's very true. Yes. So there's that. I'll die on the hill with you. Thank you guys. I love you guys. You can have your feelings about abortion. If you don't like it, don't get one. But interfering with other women's abilities to get one will kill women. Okay? That's how I feel. That's not how I feel. That is factually correct. And it is verifiable. So yeah, pull-out method is not great, by the way. If you're trying not to have a baby, speaking of the wild times that we live in, that one's not great. So there's that. So if someone considered overweight, does that mean low testosterone? No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. It can contribute, and it can contribute to higher levels of estrogen as well, which can contribute to things like cancers, different cancers, breast cancer in particular, and endometrial cancer. Another fact about getting a tube size is not 100% effective. My mom got done after I was born. Yes, and still ended up getting pregnant 100%. 100%. So vasectomies are a great option. What I missed? Start over. Oh God. Honey, were you in your dude, guy, chat, tell Viz, give him honest feedback about what you thought about it. Tell him if I did a good job. I was really nervous, and he was like, "You're gonna do great." I think they really liked it, honey. I think I really liked it. We're not blowing smoke up people's asses. Run it back. It was a great presentation. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Hi, Luna. So yeah, I hope it's educational. We're talking a little bit about contraceptives. 10 out of 10. Thank you. I'm going to be posting this in Discord for anybody who wants to like look at it or wants to look at my citations. If you guys have questions after the fact and you're like, I can't think of anything right now. Please don't feel like you can't ask questions. I won't give out medical advice, but I'm totally fine with answering general medical questions, especially when it comes from like an educational perspective. You should for sure keep this up as long as it's not draining you. No, I really like doing this because I'm able to use my degree for good the way that I like intended. And I'm also able to I'm able to refresh my knowledge. It was so fun. Like I was digging into like the hypothalamic pituitary axis and like all of these different hormones that I hadn't, studied for so long. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember this. And then like my brain was like firing. So it was really great. Vicarious, I'm glad you liked it. Click, I'm glad you like it too. Thanks guys. But yeah, I absolutely want to keep doing this. I might not do them every Monday, like maybe every other. But yeah, I have a lot of topics. As someone with a daughter, I learned something useful. I love that so much. Oh, I love that so much. Hi, Danny. Can we have a What's This Rash in Discord? Absolutely, but I will not be contributing. Did this count as continuing education? It did be. It did. No, I'm just kidding. Hi, Ninja. Welcome in. Where do babies come from? When a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, you know what I mean? Joe, thank you so much. I appreciate you. First time tier 1. Let's go. I'm so glad you guys got value out of this. It means a lot. Imagine trying to help her study all of it. The way I would just stare at some of the words. Dude, I used to have him quiz me on my flashcards, and he was like, what's a pituitary? Oh, pituitary. That's not what their word should guess what I was trying to say before I finished. Yeah, sorry. This isn't I'm not accredited to give you CMEs. Yeah, Juan Dice. Oh my god. Yeah, storks are shot out of a cannon alongside a baby in a parallel cannon. The stork catches the baby and then makes a long, treacherous journey to random people's homes who are trying. Exactly. Chikama. So I learned very basic back in high school sex ed, just built more on yeah, I hope, because like, man, sex ed is so important. And especially like when it comes to being educated on all of the stuff with some of the current, administration moves and things like that. Hi, Ball. My fingy's sore. I'm sorry. But yeah, so anyway. Oh, I was going to talk a little bit more about contraceptives and stuff. I'm a teacher too. Dude, I fucking love educating. And we play lots of games here. I'm actually in the middle of, I just started Clair Obscure yesterday. I'm doing an Elden Ring playthrough. I just finished Jedi Survivor and Fallen Order. And that was a lot of fun. So yeah, I helped my ex study for her lactation consultant exams. Very interesting stuff. Oh, plus boobs. Yeah, obviously. Hell yeah. In your personal opinion, do you prefer IUD over other contraceptives? It depends. So there's not like a one size fits all. Women who have like uterine fibroids, for instance, which are like little, I don't know how to describe them, like almost like like fibrous, like kind of like scar like tissue. They're almost like little growths that can be really painful. I don't think it's indicated in people with adenomyosis, which is where the endometrial tissue actually grows into the uterine wall. Extraordinarily painful for women. It can be very helpful in things like endometriosis because, again, it prevents that shedding and proliferation of the uterine lining. So if you do have little endometrial outgrowths, it doesn't allow those to proliferate. So my sister's had a really good experience with hers. But yeah, we can talk a little bit about like hormonal versus non-hormonal birth controls. So there's a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different ways to go about contraceptives. It depends on your goals. So if your goal is just to not have babies, some type of hormonal contraceptive or surgical contraceptive is going to be the most effective, or condoms. I know nobody wants to do it, but condoms, all of that we can look at. We love modern medicine, all hail. So let's look at like percentage of, let's look at a little percentage of failure. La 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 la. Okay, this will be good. Okay, so if we talk about this, I'm looking at this one. So most effective. You've got the Nexplanon, the implants. Some people don't have good experiences with those. 0.1% failure rates. So 0.8% failure with a copper IUD. The hormonal IUDs 0.1 to 0.4. So yeah, and doesn't help with STDs as well. If your goal is STD prevention, that's an entirely different conversation as well. So we're purely talking about I don't want to have a baby type stuff. Female sterilization 0.5%. So there are certain instances in which like an IUD is more effective than sterilization. Male sterilization 0.15. So very, very effective. Also reversible should you change your mind. So that's something to consider. So those are reversible. The shots and the pills. I didn't know there was a patch. There's patches now? Oh shit. That's kind of crazy. So some people get like injections and shots. These are all new. I didn't know about some of these things. So there's all sorts of new stuff. But you can see the failure rates there. The big ones I want to highlight though. So 13% failure rate with condoms even. All right. That's a little spoopy, a little bit. But very effective at preventing STDs. 21% with the female condoms. Pull-out method, 22% failure rate. That shit's not effective. One in five. 1 in 5. Okay? 1 in 5. Sponge, the fertility-based, not effective either. 1 in 5. It's not fucking effective. If you end up pregnant because you didn't listen to this, I'm sorry. So yeah, I actually don't know what a sponge is either. So condoms, IUD, you're almost bulletproof. I will not say never though. My friend's sister got pregnant with an IUD. Not good. So there are instances of people getting pregnant with IUDs. So don't ever say ever, especially if you're a fertile lady, fertile guy, life finds a way. You know what I mean? Also, some people have rare blood disorder that causes you to bleed constantly. And it was so heavy in and out of the ER until I finally, oh my gosh, somebody told me they have this rare interaction with the arm implant. Interesting. I'm not super educated on that, Mo. I would love to learn more though. What does failure rate mean? So this is usually if you're using it like almost perfectly. Failure rate, so 13% of the time these things fail, like condoms fail. 21% of the time the female version fails. 22%. So 0.1% of the time an IUD will fail. So if you end up having 9,999 encounters or 10,000 or whatever, you have like, 10 out of 10 times you could get pregnant. Okay. But yeah, doing it correctly is part of the effectiveness. It's like the pill doesn't work. Yeah, if you take your pill randomly, you got to be consistent. Yeah, if you take one oral contraceptive a month, the 7% failure rate doesn't apply. Does not apply. So yeah, that's the other thing. I got pregnant all 4 times with birth control. So the other piece of this, there are certain antibiotics, certain medications that will make your birth control ineffective. My cousin's wife got pregnant because she was on an oral contraceptive, and then she took I forget what antibiotic it was, and then she got preggers. So if you're introducing any sort of medication into the mix, that's also important. So what you're saying is the old Anchorman quote works here, huh? 60% of the time works every time. Exactly. Chastity belt on the list? No, I think the chastity belt's about 100%. I will never say never, though. Bye, Ogre. Thank you so much. So it's 13 out of 100 attempts. Yeah, it said 13. Yeah, it's not 13 people. Yes, yeah, 13 out of 100. So it's every time you have an encounter, you have, a 1 in 10 roughly chance of that happening. And every single time you have an encounter, that's the same thing. It doesn't reset, things like that. So Plan B works entirely differently. That's actually a great question. We can talk a little bit about Plan B if you'd like. Plan B is like an emergency contraceptive. So immaculate conception, that shit might happen. I don't fucking know. I can't say for certain. I was on a suppression medication for my endometriosis when I initially got Nexplanon put in. They have no idea, but I wasn't getting my periods, and then I stopped that medication. Oh no, that's so scary. So it was a side effect that some people may get. Women's healthcare really is wild, and it's really scary. But yeah, I just looked at figures and found out there was some funny mathing and methodology later. So I was curious. No. Yeah. Yeah. No, I appreciate the questions. So yeah, so for instance, if you're using, a pull out method, you've got a 1 in 5 chance every single time you have an encounter that's going to result in preggers. But yeah, make sure your supplements and how they interact with other meds. 100%. If you're taking any supplement and you're on any kind of prescription medication, run that by your doctor. When your doctor says, are you on any medications, list all your supplements as well, because they'll want to know if they interact. Specifically, something that's really interesting, grapefruit. Grapefruit and grapefruit juice can fuck with a lot of medications. Hi, Loki. Side effects. It may affect some people as a story of my life. Some people just have really bad luck. Getting my tubal ligation was probably the greatest thing I'd ever done. I've heard good things about those. I've heard even better things about vasectomies. But yeah, high school friend got his girlfriend preggers. Yep. Okay, so let's talk about Plan B. How it works. So Plan B generally prevents implantation. And so if I remember correctly, it causes a rapid withdrawal of progesterone and often can make you bleed immediately. Yeah, it delays or prevents ovulation as well. And then I think it also, yeah, it's similar to progesterone. It contains a high dose. Okay, so it contains a high dose of progesterone. Interferes with the hormonal surge that triggers ovulation. Okay, so it works to prevent ovulation or delay it. Because ovulation is when you're most at risk of having a baby. And so when we were talking earlier about the follicle bursting and the little egg comes out, that's what ovulation is. And so then the egg gets transported into the fallopian tubes. And if there are any little swimmers in there and they get a hold of that egg, baby. But then baby goes down and needs to implant as well. So there's a lot of stages that go into, yeah, sleep token is also a quest giver. It's just like FSH. song, especially that Dangerous song. But anyway, so Plan B works by delaying ovulation. So you have to take it like as soon as you remember. 72 hours is generally the window between when, you know, accident happened. You know, if you are practicing, you know, safe sex and all of a sudden something happens, you know, things break all the time. Condoms are not 100% effective. Sometimes they burst. And Plan B can be really, really effective if you get to it within 3 days, 72 hours at preventing ovulation. So yeah, they are saying that up to 5 days it can be effective as well. But it's a really high dose of a progesterone analog. Hell yeah. Banjo Muses is also a quest giver. Anyway, I made sure my dad put what supplements and brands of supplements he takes on his med card. Smart. So anyway, yeah, there's that. But there's tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of forms of birth control. Talk to your doctor about which one works for you. Which one would work best for you, especially with your history. If you've got a history of ovarian cysts, if you got PCOS, if you have endometriosis, if you just have really irregular periods, if you are not bleeding on a very consistent schedule, it's okay to have some variability. But if you're going 45 days and then you're bleeding for 10 days, it should generally be 5 days of bleeding, and you should not be hemorrhaging. So if you are losing consciousness, your blood pressure is really low, your heart rate's going really fast type stuff. If you lose consciousness or anything like that due to blood loss, please seek medical help. If you have any sort of period irregularity, if you're bleeding, specifically postmenopausal bleeding, those can indicate some scarier things like cancers or tumors or things like that. Not everything that bleeds is cancer, but you want to rule out cancer for sure. Should be ant flow for a couple days, not our whole family and our dog too. 100%. So, funny story. My mom told me she knew someone who was getting told as a teenager that kissing someone would get her pregnant. Oh no! Oh my God, that's actually wild. That really sucks. This is why misinformation is a bad thing. I'm telling you. So yeah, if you guys have specific questions, I forget if something else popped up. I hope that was educational. What else was I going to talk about? I had one last thing I think that somebody asked. If you have sex, you will get pregnant and die. I should have put that as a GIF. God damn it. It's straight up Shark Week and a half. Yeah. So definitely if that's just your cycle, then that's your cycle. But it's so important to seek medical, another opinion if shit's getting real, you know what I mean? You should not be hemorrhaging. If you get pregnant, sorry. Oh my God. No, Ball, you can't say that. Oh my God, guys, did you know? Okay. Should I talk about this? Guys, just so you know, soaking can also get you pregnant. Okay, that is not the way that human anatomy works. You don't know what that means? Okay, so it's very popular in Utah. Okay, because the youths are trying to get around God's rules. Okay, so they think that if you put it in and you don't move, because God is a T-Rex, apparently his vision is based on movement. If you guys didn't know, okay? I am into providing education and only education in this channel. So God is a T-Rex. He can't see if you're not moving. So if you just stay there, okay? You don't move. There's no motion of the ocean. If you're catching my drift, God won't know, and it's not a sin. Don't move it. That song that says I like to move it. Don't listen to that, okay? So, yeah. And then a Nick Mo is a non-committed makeout sesh. A non-committal makeout sesh. There's a lot of real weird things. Because, yeah, thou shalt not put your wiener in things or people if you are Mormon before you're married. As an active pregnancy lifelong Mormon, we don't claim that method. These kids have no idea. They don't, man. I don't know who told them that God's a T-Rex. So, we're leaving it forever. Third person jumping on bed. That's insane. Zipper lightning days. Oh. They called it derfing back in my day, and I cannot think of a worse word for that. I cannot think of a worse word. Anyway, there's a lot of weird shit that goes on in Utah. Try to get around some of this stuff. Yeah. Yep, honey, you know. So some people say no, that doesn't count, which is fucking wild. Raising an eyebrow and then shaking my head, I got nothing. Yeah, it's wild out here. Yeah. You remember, honey? Yeah, there's some wild shit that goes on over there. It do be crazy. SLC, thank you for the bits. Anyway, so that's a great conversation. Anyway, yeah, just please be safe, okay? If you're gonna do things, be safe. It depends on your goals. If you're trying not to have babies, then certain methods of contraception are gonna be for you. If you're trying to prevent STDs, that's gonna be another method of contraceptive for you. If you have any questions, getting tested for STDs can be really great. Like if you have, different sexual partners, no judgment. I hope this, like, no judgment whatsoever. Just be safe and get tested and make sure that you're taking care of things and you're in tune with your body. And if something feels wrong, seek medical care. They made fun of Catholic, but saying forever, yeah, no, it's not a sin. That's so wild. What a wild world. There's nothing better to do in Utah or something. Yeah, there's not like really a lot. Like there wasn't a lot to do in my community, to be honest. We did weird shit to keep us entertained. And it was like pre-social media. It was weird. If you donate blood on a regular, you tested for STIs. Yeah, that's true. And it's free, generally. So, yeah. What else? Yeah, I there's like a lot of different stuff I could have gone into. I'm realizing like it would have been good to have a little bit of a birth control segment. Maybe that'll be a topic of future conversations. What else? My gears are turning. There's just so much to talk about. You know what I mean? Lady, thank you so much. I hope you have a good sleepies. Absolutely good night, Canada. Blue balls, where's that from? So blue balls, like, they're not necessarily like a real, like, it's not like a real medical phenomenon, if that makes sense. It's just, it's blood flow. Blood flow. Oh, about dinner? I was like, phone about chicken. Want to order food? I could crush a sandwich or some wings. It's just what I got. Do I want chicken wings? I want vegetables too, honey. Can I have chicken wings and vegetables? Phone chicken! He's texting me about phone chicken! The chicken leg! Chicken sandwich! Yeah, I could crush a sandwich too. Yeah, just something with veggies. I see this as as phone about chicken leg. Yeah, call me about the chicken. Oh, God. Now look at what you guys got going on. Fucking JTEX lava chickening. I thought she was saying goodnight to the whole country of Canada. Good night, Canada. God damn it! You have no idea what you've done. Guys, remember my chicken dances for subs? Ow, my elbows. Remember my chicken dances for subs? Wild. What a wild time. They have so many rules. No cursing. I know. I think that they're going back on some of that stuff. Not the coffee though. Now I'll wings. Anyway, guys, bring it back. I can't. We got gifted 3,400 subs this month. There's no fucking way. If you guys would calm the fuck down, then I'll bring the chicken dances back. Okay, bye, Mama Six. It was good to see you. Thank you for being here. You do really love our country though? I do. I thought you were talking about the US and I was like, but then I remembered you're Canadian. I mean, you really have buff arms if you can't do it. Dude, I was chicken dancing my head off. Do you just tell us to calm down? I did, Ball. If you guys would calm down, if I got 10 gifted subs a month, I would do chicken dances, okay? Hell, 100 gifted subs a month. But instead, I'm over here getting 100 gifted subs a stream. Oh, so many subs get Viz's chicken suit and he can do it in the background. Yeah, he'd just be going back there. Just going. Like look at their damn board. And we had cupcakes. Hold on. I had a feeling. I had ever so slightly a small little inkling. It's like a little, it's like, you know, when you hear a little sound in the distance and it just makes your eye twitch a little bit. That's what I felt. It's a disturbance of the force. I felt a disturbance of the force. God damn it. How about we compromise? How about for every group of subs, no matter if it's 1 to 20, you do a chicken dance. For today only. That's why I have this chicken hat. Guys, I think if you still do ! chicken dance or something, I think I still have a command. Because people come in and they were like, what the fuck? Why are you doing chicken dances? And I was like, oh, I do chicken dances for subs. I have no idea where the chicken... Oh, yeah. The chicken dances came from... Chickens are the closest living relatives to T-Rexes. That's where it came from. Then somebody got me a chicken hat. Yeah, that still exists. It's like Candyman if they gave sub or sub 3 times. Wait, I've got to get DJ... I got to get DJ on the tier 3 board. I think there's somebody else tier 3 too today. Oh, Speedy, right? Subs. Speedy? DJ. Wait, Speedy, you're already on here! Speedy, you're already on there! Happy. There's a little bean right here. Just very cute, very beans. Very cute. Bean, none of this applies to you because you got a hysterectomy when you were a puppy. You got fixed. And you don't got no ovaries. SLC!
Twitch baby.
Are you ready? Are you ready for a Twitch baby? Are you ready for this? I wish our Twitch streamers could talk about mental health issues and mental disability and help with relationships. I think there are quite a few, actually. I know a couple who are like big mental health advocates. There you go. Now your baby. Your baby. I've got 3, so it's 1 more. Exactly. What's 1 more? Oh, Bean, did you fart? Stinky Bean. Ew, you're gross. You're nasty. If you had buffalo chicken salad, it's wings of veggie. That's true. That's true. I'm the person that lives like 40 minutes from Canada the mod. That's crazy. Dude, blame it on the dogs wild. What did you say? Oh, I just want something with veggies, but I'll go for anything. Exclamation point. Viz asked me what to look at my phone, and then he didn't listen. Eat your veggies, chat. Yeah, guys, we should talk about colon cancer and stuff so that I can get you guys to eat your fiber. My God. And there's like a lot of diet, like gut microbiome stuff that we could talk about too. I would love to talk a little bit of nutrition and colon cancer and all the things. My colon eats plenty of veggies. Please tell me you're not just shoving them up there, though, Nachos. Please don't tell me you're just shoving them up there. Oh, Ball, I need to get you on the subboard, by the way. Again. As if you're not on there. Enough, you fucking wiener. It's the last day of the month. I can fill up the subboard. I can write as big as I want. Haha. No, really right big. Thank God. I still have like a tiny little iota of space right there. A tiny little bit of space. It's gonna be great. I'm allergic to your shit. Wait, I have to show chat something. What? Are you coming into this room? Come on, honey. Come into the room. What's that board for? It's to show who's on my shit list. I see quite a few shits on here. I feel judged. Let me eat my veggies how I want. Stop putting veggies up your butt. Microbiome transplant in the future. I just can't think about it. Oh, they can be really beneficial, but yeah, you can't think too often about them. Wait, I'm on the shit list this month. Yeah. This is the shit list. This is the list of people I'm gonna take out. Not to dinner either. You know what I mean? Microbiome. Oh wait, hang on. My wife has 30 centimeters of her intestine. Oh my God. Yeah. Fuck cancer. Fuck it to fuck. I agree. Yeah, 30 centimeters is a lot. Bean, what? You so lovey right now. Oh, it's such a love bean, huh? You're so cute. Imagine being told you can't funnel veggies up your bum. I like how up your bum was auto-modded. Oh, Chris, I'm so sorry. Yeah, there's quite a few. I actually have some recommendations of some streamers. I don't know how active they are, but they're pretty great. Just make sure your veggies have a flare base. Exactly. I'm glad you guys are learning. Hi, B-Ray. Hi, Aries. Hi, Dizzy. I'm glad you. Whoa. Oh, your plane.
Look at my plane.
Look at Viz a plane. This is him plane. Guys, he built this plane. Bean, don't you dare. No, that's naughty. Let Dad have nice things.
Look how cool it is.
Bean, no, you can't eat that. Bean, that's my avocado. Bean. Bean, you can't eat this. Here, have this.
Okay, but look.
Ow!
Okay, but look.
Bean is crazy. Look, Bean
It
just
comes
went
off.
Bean.
And it opens up. And inside are the engines and the wheels.
Tony, you are sassy. Stop being so sassy.
And his whole jumbo jet. But wait,
Guys,
there's more.
Legs.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, right there.
Just a little turn.
Look. Oh, what?
His plane has legs.
Right here.
Guys, Viz is gonna show you his plane, and I need you to be excited about it, okay? You guys better be excited about it. Tell him how cool it is.
Plain 5 foot ale.
It goes like this, honey.
And you can make the space shuttle, you can make it have wheels too. And the back comes off. It's pretty cool. And hold on. Wait. It's got a stand.
Honey, that's a really cool plate.
Thanks.
That's a really great plate. That's the coolest plate I've ever seen.
And then it sits. If it fits, it ships for low flat rate. And then it sits on a stand. Ta-da! Thank you.
That's such a good plane.
Thank you.
Such a good plane.
The engines move.
That's really cool. That's really cool, right?
Kind of suggestive. Just kidding. All right.
That's a really great plane.
Thanks for checking out my plane. Ball sent me a bigger version of the space shuttle. I got to build that. So I'll have a full-size version of the space shuttle and the Batman tumbler. Thank you.
That's the best plane, honey.
Don't eat that.
Bean, stop! Oh my God, you dick! Stop consuming. It took him like 4 hours to make, at least as far as I know. Thank you guys for being excited. Thank you. That's his plane, okay? He's gonna tell you about his plane and you better be excited about it. Have you guys seen those trends? They're really funny. They're really good. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I threatened you guys with my eyes. Okay, y'all. Well, if you have suggestions for future Medical Mondays, please let me know about topics that you'd like to discuss. I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed this. It meant the fucking world to me. 4 hours, dude. He freaking flies through Legos. It's not normal. But yeah, if you guys want to go follow him on Twitch, he does little Lego building streams on Saturdays. I don't know if he's going to this Saturday since we have a special guest coming in. But if you want to follow him, he does stream. He's a bit cute. Wife showed me one where the cat was trying to show us the toe beans. This was one thing. I'm good at hyping others up. You did a really good job. I made a diet and exercise plan to be healthy like I used to be. You got this, B-Ray. You can do it. Yeah, there's somebody, we're going to have a special guest who might be on stream on Sunday. So you guys have to be here, okay? Medical Monday is such an awesome idea. Thanks, Ulti. We talked a little bit about like hormones and things like that. I am going to be publishing the VOD if anybody wants to take a look back at it. And then if you have any questions, please feel free. Maybe we'll do like a little Medical Monday channel in Discord for you guys to ask questions, because that'd be cool. And we could talk about like brain stuff. Like we do like a little Medical Monday, Mental Health Monday crossover, but go from like a very medical perspective, which could be cool. Amanda, welcome back. How was your trip? Katie Cat, PCOS does suck indeed. What is Sunday stream? We're to do Claire Obscure, but we might have a special guest. Maybe I'll coordinate something. No plans so far. But yeah, thanks, Jtech. I saw some neurology slides. I'm interested. Exactly. Yeah, I'll share the slide deck in Discord. You still remember all the medical terms? Oh yeah. Hoya. Is it Murmur Cryptid? No. Cryptid's actually abandoning me. She's going out of town. But she's gonna have fun. She's gonna have fun with Papa and Mama Cryptid, who are very good peoples. I'm being abandoned. I love her. She's leaving me. How'd you run the Discord? It's exclamation point Discord. Oh God. Viz is texting me. What else? Guys, I think I'm addicted to Claire Obscure. I think I'm going to play Claire Obscure tomorrow, and then we're going to do Elden Ring Wednesdays. I need to think of a good like W term for it. Like Wacky Wednesdays, I don't know. Welding Wing Wednesdays. Oh my God. Well, did we Wednesdays? 12-hour stream tomorrow confirmed. It might be, honestly. That's the thing. So I might log off a little early tonight in preparation, because I'm probably going to end up doing a longer stream tomorrow. Don't yell at me. I'm having fun. My brain would have forgot the terms and remember all these small details. Yeah, I am like a fucking elephant with some of the medical stuff that I know. I can't forget it. Goddamn Wing. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll do a long stream tomorrow. Ish. and play a little Claire Obscure. Dude, that story, I have a feeling I'm gonna get freaking hooked. And then Weldon Wing Wednesdays, and then just normal shit. Just normal shit. Worrisome Wednesdays is a good one. Claire Obscure seems fun. Dude, I really like it. Wage Wednesdays. Wait. We are waging, princesses. I played Weldon Wing tonight. I may have absolutely raised Oh my god. Ban J-Tech, man. Weaning Wednesday because Claire's like a drug. I do want to play Peak too. I might play some Peak offline with my squad with Kat, J-Tech, and Quipid. Because J-Tech played Peak. Ban me? They're trying to ban me, guys. What the fuck? Fine. I'm gonna end. J-Tech tried to ban me. I'm ending stream. Blame J-Tech. Blame J-Tech. J-Tech's trying to ban me. Wow. Stream's over. Imagine banning the streamer. Okay, hang on. We are going to raid someone. I don't know who, actually. I do not know who. Time out for 8 hours. Oh my gosh. Great stream before you ban. Yeah, I'm getting banned. I'm getting banned again. Okay. Whale. Where shall we? Oh wait, we haven't gone and seen, we haven't seen, Curly for a really long time. I have not said hi to her, and she's playing Dune. I haven't seen Curly in a minute. I'm gonna raid a fridge. I don't know about you guys. Same. I'm hungry. Thank you for such a wonderful stream. I'm glad that you guys liked it. But yeah, did you find those streamers? Yeah, there's one of them that's named. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to look up who it is. But this was a really good. Thank you guys so much for the Thank you guys so much for the love tonight. I was very nervous. Again, the VOD's gonna stay published. If you want to join the Discord, we did a movie night last night where we watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail. We do movie nights every so often. That's okay, B-Ray. I'm gonna publish the VOD. I'm gonna post the slide deck, all of the things. I hope it was educational. I hope that it was good. We're gonna go say hi to one of my favorite streamers. I love her so much. Her name's Curly. She's playing Dune Awakening. And she's amazing. We love her. And then we'll also do, so tomorrow's a new month. Tomorrow's July 1st. So we're going to be refreshing all of our sub goals. And we'll do some more movie night goals, some more community night goals, all of it. I really love having goals. So I appreciate you. Thank you for being amazing. X-Space Sport Raid is going to be your raid message. Raid 2 is going to be your message if you're following and not sub. That way you can participate in the fun. And then also, what's it called? Send you out with a little affirmation card. Don't try to fit in. You were born to stand out. Okay? Don't try to fit in. Hell yeah. Have a good night, guys. Please don't forget that you matter, that your feelings matter. The bravest thing you could ever do is reach out and ask for help when you need it. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you a burden, okay? If you guys have any other questions, concerns, anything, suggestions, please feel free to reach out in the Discord. I appreciate you guys. Have a lovely night. I see you tomorrow. First thing, okay? Bye, guys.